You are now tuned in to the Poundz on Soundz Season 2, Episode 2. That's a 2. We are going to review Black Puma's new album, as well as Rancid's old album, under the title of And Out Come the Wolves. Black Puma's album is called Black Pumas. We're going to start with...
self-titled joint.
Yeah, a little self-titled ditty. So, we'll start with Black Pumas.
Yeah.
I thought for a 10-track album, it's pretty good, pretty tight, pretty consistent. I like the finale, the Sweet Conversations, how it ended real slow and chill. I kind of liked that. I really feeling that coal mine sound these days.
Now, I was shocked that one's not actually on the Coal Mine record label, though, huh?
No, it's not. And they seem to do that with a lot of different artists. Like the Duran Jones isn't actually on Coal Mine Records, but it does have that coal mine sound, kind of like the the DAP sound. It's got that nostalgic kind of analog vibe to it. Now I doubt it's all analog recording. So, like, when you first listened to it, have you delved into the Black Pumas before?
Yeah, I listened to it casually. I think when it first came out, a couple months ago, maybe even a year ago, and I like that. I like that groove. I can get down with that for sure. And so it was nice to go back and listen to it again, now for sure. Especially after diving deeper into the coal mine.
The Coal Mine Collection, yeah.
I like
some
those
good
guys.
stuff.
I got a strong some affection for those guys and how they run their business.
I got a Coal Mine.
Right there,
I got a Coal Mine 45 right now. It's The Way It Goes with the Dreamin's for Free from Ben Pirani. It's got the
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I like the Coal Mine. Really like Ben Pirani too. I'm really looking forward to his new music. But the Black Pumas, man, getting back to this Pumas. I've dabbled a little bit here and there. When I see them come, I might play a track or watch a video or get a live session, whatever they're broadcasting. But this was my first front to back listen of the Pumas, and it was good. You know how Jay Zone kind of calls the funk that he's been making 70s cop show funk. Kind of call this Black Pumas album kind of like some ending credits soul, I feel like I just watched a nice series on television, and like a drama, and as the credits roll, man, I feel this music playing. Each song kind of the same word of the day formula.
I was catching a bit of a Bill Withers vibe on some of those tracks.
Okay, yeah, I kind of get it.
That nice, soothing, slow voice. Peace to Bill Withers, just passed away.
peace to Bill Withers, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Bill Withers.
You got any favorites on there? Any standouts?
I do have a favorite. October 33rd, man. October 33rd was my jam.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one there.
Now, I don't know much about this singer or singers, if there is. I don't know what the face of the Black Pumas is.
Yeah, I'm looking at their their Wikipedia page right now. It's the two of those guys. You got
black dude and a white dude,
by singer Eric Burton is the singer.
Eric Burton.
So I was named after Eric Burton, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. That is kind of cool.
And guitarist, producer Adrian Quesada. But, there's a lot of elements on there for sure. It doesn't give you a whole lot of details on the Wikipedia page, but...
a lot of those tracks showcased the organ. A lot of organ showcasing, and I appreciate that. That's a nice change from the, typical guitar lick showcase. I like
they're a bit of a mystery, it seems, on the internets.
Maybe it's a Twitter thing. Did you have a favorite track?
I had a couple standouts. I like that October 33rd, 33rd's a really good one, but a couple standouts for me is you may recognize this one. Good, good. You hear that? I would have sampled that one up.
What's that?
I like that little. That was like a little Wu-Tang march called Fire. Track number 4, Fire.
Yeah,
And then there's another.
I did hear some elements of Wu-Tang, and it almost kicks off immediately on the introduction track.
Yeah, I like the first one here. That's Black
Yeah,
Moon, right?
yeah. I felt some Wu-Tang elements there a lot. I didn't want to bring it up because I think we talked a lot about Wu-Tang last week, and I thought maybe it's just in my head, I didn't want to bring up something that didn't exist, but glad you mentioned it.
Yeah, I mean on that Fire track for sure, and then that break in the beginning was really cool. But aside from that, just some real.
It's some good music, man. This is some music you could take, you could put on with your whole family in the car, Everybody should be able to enjoy a little bit of it and not offend anybody. I liked it, man. I give it, if it's time for review, man, I like the way it ended. Now, I kind of jumped into listening, we had a week to listen to it, and I had a lot of things I was listening to this week, so, I was kind of pressured into listening to it. Same thing with our other title.
Yeah.
It's maybe not the right season for me to be listening to this music, but I'd have to give it I'd give it a solid 4 dumbbells out of 5. 4 dumbbells. And I think if you ask me again in 2 or 3 listens and maybe 2 or 3 months from now, I might have to bump it up to 4 1/4, maybe 4 1/2. It's a pretty solid album. 10 tracks, tight, no filler bullshit. Sweet sound. I'd like to know a little bit more I'd like to hear about the process a little bit, see what they kind of where they recorded, what they recorded on, see what their sessions were like. I like to know that about certain soul bands. I'd like to see how they get down, and I'm sure it's a pretty organic session, They're probably, it's tight music. I would like to see that guy slap those organ keys. One particular track, I'm not sure which one it was. I should have made note. But he freaked that organ heavy.
Their merch is on point too. If you can see this, they got some nice logo. That Black Puma logo's tight.
Yeah, it's a good looking logo.
Cassette tape, that's on point.
How much is that?
Look at that hat.
The hat's dope.
It's probably $15. It's a little steep for a tape, but I'd pick it up if I seen it out in the field.
How much is the LP?
LP 12-inch $29.99.
Yeah, see that's costly, man. That's a heavy cost. $30. It's not a $30 album. Sorry, folks.
Yeah, shirts are a little steep too, but
merchandising game gets 1 dumbbell. And that's for design. I like the design. Price is whack. The dad hats. I don't like that one. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that big black Puma half moon or go up one.
I like this one on the right, the bottom right.
Yeah, the dad hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I like the half circle black Puma khaki with the navy braid. Navy braid. What else they got? The tank top's a little weird. I don't know if I'd ever wear that. I could see Corey from Living Color wearing that.
That's cool. I like the Texas one. They're from Austin, Texas, so they're representing there.
Nice. That sweater's tight.
Not bad.
The sweater's tough. I like the sweater. Sweater hat combo. That's a $50 package. It's a $10 tape too. No offense.
Yeah, no offense, but
it's a $10 tape plus shipping.
I don't typically buy tapes for more than $10.
No, me neither.
I'm a $5 to $8 tape guy myself.
Yeah, I'll
But you
take
can
a
get a lot
$10
of them for
tape.
that price.
I'll take a $10 tape if it's something my heart's in. In fact, I found a tape today in this tape case here. Um, a mahogany case of tapes. I found a tape in here, S02E02, the original release, signed. I bought it at the Keepers of the Art show at Akron University, and
Nice.
I think I talked them down. I think it was 15. I think I got it for 10 because I only had a $10 bill. It might have been 10. I got it for 5. Got him to sign it too. That was pretty good. This is my Durand Jones and the Indications tape, and this thing doesn't get no more generic. No writing.
Probably paid $8, huh? Is there a price tag on it? Did you buy it online?
No. This came from Corey. Ordered it twice from Coal Mine. He gave me a second copy. Thanks, Corey. Shout out to Corey McGregor.
Here's a coal mine joint right here. Oregon, $7.99. Coal Mine Records. You know, blank tape, green,
Yeah.
nice and simple.
Is that a handwritten J card?
No, it's printed. It's a nice print.
Man, it sounds like somebody's doing backflips upstairs. You hear all that?
Nah. All right, man. So yeah,
Well, that's
good pick,
good,
John.
man. I give it a solid 4 out of 5 dumbbells right now, with potential of going up and never dropping. Although the merch game, that's probably a third party merch, so like little bit of a price hike because of that. So that's not on them.
Yeah, no excuses.
I agree.
It was good. I listened to it this week. I probably listened to it 5 times.
If I got any folks from the Black Pumas listening to this, I could press you up some shirts, $5 each.
Right.
Ship them
not
out
only
from
do
you.
not only do we have the podcast network enterprise, shirts is the side hustle.
Apparel company coming soon, or by request.
Right.
Apparel by request. Silkscreen shirts, sweaters, tank tops, handkerchiefs, face masks. Yeah.
That's a big one right now. Face
All right, man.
masks.
Let's talk about the 600-pound elephant in the room.
You want to do the Rancid?
That's Rancid, baby boy.
Did you give it a spin?
Yeah, I gave it a spin. I cut the grass to it. Good grass cutting music.
That is real good grass cutting. Yeah, so
kick it off.
And out come the Wolves. Out come the Wolves. Rancid's third album, 1995.
Old. I didn't realize how old that album was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's an oldie. It's a third album on Epitaph Records. It's got a lot of their more ska reggae type sounds mixed in with their straightforward punk rock stuff. This album happens to be produced by Jerry Finn. Brett Gurewitz from Bad Religion produced every other album they had except for this one. And the reason being that he was currently in rehab for his drug addiction. That's the only reason why he wasn't involved in the producing. But he also did help them engineer some of it and did some background vocals and stuff like that, which he did on all of his albums. That's kind of cool.
So tell me who is in Rancid. Tim Armstrong?
Tim Armstrong and what's his name? The bass player's name is where's it at? Matt Freeman. Those two were in Operation Ivy, and then they formed Rancid, and they brought in Brett Reed on drums, and eventually Lars Fredriksson on second guitar and vocals and songwriting. He wasn't. I don't think he was on their first album. I think he came in on the second album, Lars.
Now Rancid has a pretty iconic logo too,
No doubt, he's got.
I think there's a lot of Rancid shirts out there. If people are wearing that may or may not have invested in their actual music. It's almost along the lines of like a Ramones style.
Yeah, like Misfits, Ramones, just kind of just like
Ramones, Sex Pistols kind of classic logo. Wonder who designed that logo, basic stencil shit. It's pretty good.
I think it actually might have been. I might be wrong here, but I know the lead singer from Operation Ivy, I think, might have helped them design that. He's done some
Now,
of their artwork.
now, how come I always think of Green Day when I hear Operation Ivy?
San Francisco, same scene. Um, Tim Armstrong, Billy Joe Armstrong, maybe.
Maybe that's
Like
it. There's an
I was,
Armstrong.
I was always unsure whether or not those guys were related or not. I don't think they are,
Now,
but they
Tim
all,
Armstrong didn't produce none of that Rancid albums, none of the Rancid albums. But I think he was
um,
kind of went on to become more of a producer type
yeah,
in the
I
latter
think
years.
they've always hired on a producer, so I'm sure he did some co-producing.
I
But
know he produced that Jimmy Cliff album recently, probably about 10 years ago.
yeah, he produced a Pink album.
And
He's
speaking of a certain particular sound, like a coal mine or a Dat King kind of sound, Tim Armstrong has a sound.
no doubt.
What? I'm busy.
Shut
Yeah,
that.
so
No doubt. But you're talking about that logo.
yes.
I was looking into them, looking into the album today, and I read that the album cover was inspired by Minor Threat's album cover, like where they're all sitting
Yeah,
where
Minor Threat was
on there.
maybe one I was thinking of.
So I've never put those two and two together. Like I didn't really think that they were related or it was a tribute to that, but that's what I
Yeah,
read.
now that you say it out loud, it makes sense.
Um, couple cool songs on here. One of them, "Out Come the Wolves" was inspired by a Jim
Uh,
Carroll poem, and Jim Carroll
Jim
happens to
Carrey.
be on one of the songs,
Nice.
"Junkie Man,"
Yeah,
which
Junkie
also
Man was pretty good. I like that one. That was one of my favorites.
features DJ Disc from the Invisible Scratch Pickles doing some cuts.
All right, Scratch
Out
Pickles,
come
what's
the
up?
wolves. Out come the wolves. That one's awesome, man. It's just like a sweet little breakdown with that little spoken word section with the scratches and the cuts on top of it.
I didn't listen too closely to this, and I only played it once, so that was my fault. I should have ran it a few more times, but it was good. It went through quick, for as many songs as there is. It went through quick, which I like. It's a 50-minute CD, so I mean you're pushing an hour. That's a yard to cut.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Um,
I got if I had to pick a favorite song, maybe Time Bomb's good, Roots Radical, um, so many good ones.
for some reason I feel
Olympus
like
Mountaine's a really good one.
Junkie Man stuck out most.
Yeah, Junkie Man's got the title to the album, Out Come the Wolves. It's kind
And,
of
and, and this is definitely summertime music.
definitely, no doubt.
I mean, Rancid seems to have that summertime, like you said, with the ska and roots kind of feel. That's a summertime thing, in my opinion. But I'll probably be playing some more Rancid, some more Tim Armstrong, some Lars Frederiksen probably.
They've got that
He's
Scott
got an album.
flavor. Oh yeah, he's got a couple solo albums and a couple other bands he plays with.
What's the compilation called?
I'll
Give him the
shoot you that
boot.
compilation. Yeah, I think no, it's not giving the boot. It's pull it up here real quick. I'll tell you the one thing I don't like about Rancid, Justin, is
What's that?
recently I've been playing a lot of guitar, stuck at home here and playing along to like some of my favorite punk albums. Trying to play along to it. I cannot play along to Rancid to save my life. It's like
Is it
I'll
intricate?
play.
Is it fast? What's going on?
Yeah, let me share this with you. We'll listen to this little quick. A lot of bands sitting at home not doing nothing. They're doing like these play along videos and stuff on YouTube. So I
Yeah.
found this cool one here of Matt Freeman, bass player, hopefully you'll be able to hear this. Let's give it a shot. Just listen to this for a second, and you'll get an idea of how I can't play along to it.
I'm all ears, bro.
Can you hear it?
No.
Can you hear it at all?
No.
Dang it. It's weird.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, I can hear it. But anyways, watch this guy's fingers. He's kind of picking up speed. This is the intro to the song. He goes off. His fingers never stop. He's always bouncing around. Journey to the End of the East Bay. Look at that bass. That thing's weathered.
Stormy.
So, anyways, maybe that comes through on the recording, but the guy's all over the place, man. He bounces all over that bass. He's not just playing steady notes. Like the guitar players might be playing steady notes, but he's just bouncing up and down, putting in fills and bass lines all over the place.
Now that guy wasn't the bass player, or was that just a civilian?
No, that's the bass player for Rancid.
Okay, got you.
Matt Freeman.
So, we're looking at damn near 20 tracks on there. So that's a lot to go by. What's your overall? What's its pound for pound?
I love it. I mean, if I were to rate it, I would give it out of 5 dumbbells. I'm giving it a 4.5 dumbbell for sure. It holds its own.
Where's the other half at, man? What stopped it from getting that full?
Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes after I get to like track 14, Disorderly and Disarray, like it kind of falls off on me a little bit.
It's old, right? Yeah, it starts maybe runs a little too long.
Just a little.
Now there's certain albums that can withstand the 60-minute mark, but there's some that just it's a little too much, man. Maybe shorter songs or less songs or something. I agree with you. I ain't got no problems with that album at all, man. It sounded good, especially for the year. 95 is that's a heavy year for punk. Was full stream right then and there, if you ask me. I mean, it was modern punk, especially with that, that kind of has like a Clash vibe. It's kind of in the same vein as the Clash, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's got that Jamaican music influence on it, which makes a good punk for me. I like that.
Yeah, they right before this came out, you got Rancid, Offspring, Green Day, all blowing the fuck up and getting, invites from the record labels, to go on the, the corporate route. So they said no, kept it with Epitaph, and that was like the year that punk kind of blew up. Right before this came out.
I'm gonna give it a 4. An even 4 again. I think I'm sticking with 4 on this one.
Yeah, I might take my half and knock it back to 4 too, just because the tail end of it drags a bit. But 4 is good. I'm not going to give every review a 4.5 or a 5. So
yeah, I mean, it was a little long. I enjoyed listening to it. That's good grass cut music. It snowed yesterday. It snowed today too. So maybe if the timing was a little different, if I put this in the middle of summer when it's hot outside and listen to it, I might have more of emotion. I never listened to that album, so it was the first time listening. I think I might have recognized a song or two, but to be honest with you, it was all new to me. And Black Pumas, same thing, man. Sticking with my 4.
Cool. How about any new music? The new
Quality
music
fours right
reviews?
there. I mean,
Apple Music. We both are Apple Music subscribers. No
right?
no
Yeah,
free advertising here. I'm just saying, we both love the Apple Music, being able to share
yeah. No,
stuff
no.
back and forth with each other.
Yeah, and
New
maybe
music drops on Fridays. Every Friday I wake up, roll over, check my phone, see what new albums came out.
well, let's see. In the last week, I think we both look forward to the R.A. the Rugged Man album, which
Yeah,
also a pretty long album,
it is a long album. What is that, like
a
20
long
tracks?
a long one. Let me look it up. It's right here, and it is sitting at a heavy 17. No, more than that. 22 songs, an hour
That's
and
just kind of
16 minutes.
that's just kind of ignorant.
I
You
mean,
should have
it was
saved some
good,
of those
man.
for like deluxe edition or something. That's too
It
many
was.
songs.
That's.
Not to say that it's they're bad songs, but
When you're
I,
when
I
you're
love the Slayers. How about that Slayer one?
Slayer was all right. Let's talk about it.
Posse Cut.
Who's the shining star on that one?
I liked
So like
I really felt. I'll let you go. So I wonder if I'm gonna say
MOP kind of had like the chorus to it, you know. It seemed like MOP was responsible for like the chorus of that
yeah.
track. The Marksman something or other. I can't remember how it goes right now, but I
Yeah,
don't
I
like Onyx, man. Onyx were the heavy hitters for me.
I like the
Because
Chino
when
XL
that
line.
one dude, Chino XL was pretty tough too. Yeah, Chino XL. I forgot about him. I was like, who's this cat? And then he says his name. I was like, yeah, that's Chino XL.
Yeah, it gave
Him
me
and
like that was like a throwback vibe to like the Raucous era. Like Sound Bombing 2 album. It felt like it was a sound bombing track,
I like the.
which is a really good feeling.
Also, my introduction to R.A. the Rugged Man was from that sound bombing too. I know he had some, some hits before that, but it was that Ozone, Ride with Us, Dirty
Yeah.
Rotten, Ride with Us. Yeah, Rugged. Yeah, I like Rugged Man. I think this album's almost perfect. It's a little long. There's there's a few skits. I think we could get rid of those skits. What's up, Charles? Charles. Yeah, what's up, Cat? Little long, man. It was long, but if we gotta wait 5 years for a R.A. the Rugged Man album, I'll just sip this one like a glass of wine. Just a little here, a little there. I played it this morning. Started at the halfway mark. I'll give that first half of the album a little rest. I picked up at Slayer's Club because I wanted to hear the Lord Jamar. So I was like, he's got to
Well,
be the
him and
weak
Sadat
link.
were. That was right after Sadat, right? Sadat came on, then Lord
No,
Jamar.
they
They were
actually
kind of
kind
going
of
back and
passed the
forth.
mic back and forth. Yeah, so like their whole verse is back to back, which worked out. I mean, because I think I think it was a sure way of keeping Lord Jamar out of the weakest link spot. Otherwise, I think that's exactly where he belongs. Not just saying that because he's a racist, but he kind of stinks, next to all those other cats.
Yeah, I
I like
also
the
liked
big.
when Ice-T came in.
Oh yeah, Ice
That was
T.
pretty
Yeah,
nice.
he was a killer. He's always a killer though. He never lets a track down. Play him a whack Ice T track.
Oh, there's a couple. I got
Is
one
it
right here.
was it Old 45?
Where's that? Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon on Ice T. Okay.
This is from. It's not too bad. Actually, the beat.
Having a little bit of audio issue there you cut out, but I mean, what year is it?
This is the song "Lethal Weapon" is 1989.
It's old. It's old. I wonder how it sounded in '89.
That's a pretty tight one there, though. I'm your pusher.
Yeah. Yeah, is that... Oh, okay. Is that got girls that get butt naked and fuck on the B-side?
Um, yes, it does.
Stuff. Yeah. So,
This one's not my favorite colors.
yeah, that one's kind of weird, but
Cool.
like...
Colors.
Colors. Didn't he... All right, so here's some new shit I listened to was Body Count album, the new Body Count album. Did you pump that yet?
I've listened to that. Yep. I like it. I like it a lot. That's yeah. Body count comes hard.
Body Count.
He's got some good songs.
They say they do this thing where they play Ice-T tracks now, so
Oh, that'd be really
each
cool.
album's gonna have a Ice-T like track on it. I think Colors might have been on it. What was the Ice-T song on there? Count. It's tough. I like Body Count.
Do you go back to the original Body Count album?
No, I just listened to the new one.
Go back and listen to the first one, and it'll probably blow your mind a bit.
Oh, I'm sure it will. Yeah, yeah. I didn't listen to it now because I wanted to take this new one in to see if I can enjoy it alone. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Colors 2020.
Now, you got a copy of that Body Count?
Huh?
You got
Yeah,
a copy of that?
I've got a disc of it
Killer
that has the Cop Killer on it. Yeah, which you won't find on iMusic, but
That's whack.
well, they changed it on the CD pressings too, so that copy that has it on there was a pretty early edition.
Pretty rare.
It's a bit rare. Well, cool, man. Yeah, that was a good one. So out of the new release.
Hang on, before we walk away from this rugged man, which also has fantastic artwork.
It does. Very good artwork.
I think you know, word of the day formula. You know, I think he knows his formula too. He gets those like tear jerkers in there, and like when you could get Rugged Man to hit you with a tear jerker, and that says something about his artistry, man. Like he is a professional. Because I listen to some of those songs, and man, I get choked up. I can almost get choked up talking about some of them, man. He's had a rough life, rough family life, man. Lost a lot of close family, but you know, I think he drops those in there too, just to get the people hollering at him too. And I bet you he gets a lot of puss from those songs too. Bet you he gets some DMs. Because of those hard, soft tracks, you know, those tear jerkers.
Yeah.
But I would like to see, you know, I think you can edit out about half of those songs and make a, you know, certified banger type of album. But like, I appreciate those tear jerkers. Off the song about the rapist, pretty good, well written, you know, track from fucking legendary loser, dirty rotten scumbag, a derelict. Love RA. Who's like probably one of my favorite shows of all time too. He and RA, the Rugged Man live. He got out on the stage and started dumping over 50-gallon trash cans in the middle of the floor, smashing on beer bottles just in the middle of a crowd. This was probably 4 or 5 years ago, and I gotta admit, man, I was like lightweight scared. And he talks about how he used to knock out fans and shit, put them in the hospital, and I was like, yeah, it could have been me probably.
Wow.
I did bring my tape for him to sign. He said he doesn't even have one of those, so I felt like a hip hop nerd, a proud hip hop nerd for having that tape. Which I also ordered a tape of the new album. It should be coming pretty soon here. Should be here by now. Also, merchandising whack shit. Ordering off Rugged Man's website kind of sucks. Heavy shipping fees. And shit should be here before the album gets dropped. But if you pre-order an album, it should be in your mailbox before it drops digitally. If you ask me, Blueprint's good for that. He'll get that shit there a week early.
Yeah, I don't even see it on Sandbox Automatic.
No, you gotta go to like ruggedman.net or some shit and see if it's up there. They got a 12 or a 45 too with Slug. You look at that joint.
Yeah, he's got kind of wonder how hard it is to put an album out with that many songs, like sample clearances and stuff. I don't know how many samples needed to be cleared, but
I mean, there's definitely some sampling going on in there. Some scratching. I don't know what the rules and regulations are for, sampling and scratching. Scratch is probably the same as any other sample.
I don't know. But either way, even if it's probably quite a process to get that cleared and take it through all the lawyers and stuff.
What's the record label?
It's
Nature Soundz.
Is it?
You know what Rugged Man says about all record labels?
What's he say?
They suck dick. All record labels suck dick. All right, so that was Rugged Man. Also, this week, there's been a few listens. I listened to, so my man Mark Blessing sent Dylan, the rapper, a box full of fresh picked ramps, which are onions. Then Dylan, gave Mark Blessing a shout out. So, with a photo of him in these ramps, which Dylan, if you don't know, is responsible for the Full Plate kind of series thing, where he's somewhat of a chef. And so that kind of got me interested in to listen to some of the Dylan collection. And of course, you can't really listen to much Dylan without thinking of his Lobstradamus. Dude's into some lobsters for some reason. I don't know what's up with the Lobstradamus, but he's all about some lobsters. I listened to the 2019 album called The Tales of Lobstradamus, which is a lot of talking about lobsters, and it's pretty fucking good. That's a lobster-themed album. I mean, I'm talking. The beats were all good. I mean, the rhymes are good. I'm talking 4 3/4 for that album. Just a quick. There it is. Yeah, there it is. That's a.
That how you spell ramps?
RAMPS, right?
Is that it? Nice ramps.
Some nice ass ramps. Yeah, that Tales of Lobstradamus is a easy 4 3/4. Might listen to it again soon. That has potential of going upward too. Maybe around Father's Day when lobster tails are on sale. I'm gonna give that another listen. Maybe boil one up for the boy. I also listened to his Bat Sauce.
Where's Dylan live at? Does he live near fresh Maine lobsters, or is he just?
No, I think he's residing in the Atlanta, Georgia area. I could be wrong. I know he's from Florida because I heard it in one of his tracks. From Florida, so he knows something.
Does like the lobsters. Look at that. He's got them hanging on his wall. That's pretty cool.
That's the lobby domicile, man. Lobby dom. That's a phrase you'll hear too.
Nice. I like that. That's good.
And there's an album a song called "Going Dutch" with Bat Sauce and Dylan, with a video attached to it on the YouTubes or whatnot. You could find that. I highly recommend go and check that out.
We'll put a link down below in the comments.
Yeah, link that Going Dutch, because that's a good song. I mean, that's good food talking. The guy talks about food a lot. I mean, who don't like food? That Bat Sauce and Dylan self-medicated album's only 18 minutes long, and it's a power punch. Another 4 3/4 track there, and also I'm just gonna slide this Full Plate Clean Plate Club. It's called Volume 4. It's an instrumental release. We're talking about 25 instrumental tracks. Only 35 minutes long, so it ain't too much, but it's a good listen. Not sure where these instrumentals come from, if they're all original Dylan beats. I assume they are. His name's on it. It's on the Full Plate label. Very good beats too. You know, I don't know why he didn't use those for other ventures, but the Full Plate Club, I'm gonna invest in that too. Clean Plate Club.
Nice.
So my please do this week is Dylan. Go check out Dylan. Dillon. Get on some Dylan shit, man. He's dope. Released an album with Diamond D not long ago. 2 years ago, maybe a year. I don't know how time goes by so quick these days. But what else did you listen to this week?
Well, real quick, he's boys with Patent Lock too, right?
Yeah, rest in peace, Patent Lock.
Yeah, Patent Lock put together. I don't know if this is with Dylan or not, but he's got that cassette jam, bang tapes or something like that. I used to bang.
Yeah.
I used to rock tapes. Oh man, that is one of my all-time favorite tracks. I love that so much.
I remember you sharing that with me somewhere.
That is so good.
Might have been
I think that
last
was
year.
maybe him and Edon or something, but yeah, my reviews, my new music review. I'll start with one that I think is gonna make the, what do you call it, just the do-do list. It's gonna make the
do-do.
It's the do-do list. It's kind of crummy, kind of poopy. Burner and Be Real dropped an album.
Okay, yeah. I can imagine that.
Burner and Be Real. So I looked at it and I was like, Be Real, I love Be Real. I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know who this Burner guy is. But my takeaway from it, Burner must be a cousin, a son, some sort of relation to Be Real, to be able to lock in Be Real for an entire album of this bullshit. He's like a R&B singer, and Be Real's Be Real. It's just, it's total garbage. Sorry, man, I couldn't even really listen to it all the way through. I skipped around a bit on it.
You know, the rules with the do rule is like, you know, I'm not going to listen to it now. You know, I was going to check it out for a second, but the do list means you don't even get the opportunity. You just got to take your word for it. Take my word for it, you know.
Yeah.
As always, man, you've recommended some bangers to me, so I'm just going to have to take your word, and even on my, you know, my greatest, you know, Cypress Hill wormhole I might get into, I'm going to stay the fuck away from Burner and Be Real, man. Thanks for the heads up.
I'm guessing if Burner's like his little cousin or something like that, and he's just trying to put him on. Because there's no way you get unlimited access to Be Real for a whole album of stinkers like this. It just doesn't make sense. There's two songs on there that I guess I would recommend. One of them with Exhibit and one of them with Everlast. They're not bad.
Can't do it, man. Rules are rules, man.
So yeah, I mean it doesn't get a rating, I guess, at all. It's on the do-do list.
Yeah,
No
do-do list gets no dumbbells.
My other one, Jungle Brothers dropped an album. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
So check that out. I'll hit the share button and send it your way. But Jungle Brothers got an album. Pretty fucking good, man.
Okay, so I can go either way.
I've never been a huge Jungle Brothers fan. Like, of the Jungle Brothers catalog, like the song with like, if it had like De La, Q-Tip, and Fife on it, I'd listen to it. But otherwise, I never really paid much attention to them or really cared to listen to them much.
I know what you're saying because I was the same way. I was definitely the same way. For some reason, it just didn't like resonate with me to go invest in Jungle Brothers until I seen them last month.
But this is a good listen. It's a little heavy. I think this one also. Let's see how many tracks are on it.
Keep It Jungle, right?
It is Keep It Jungle. It's only got 10 tracks. Is that it?
37 minutes, man. 10 tracks. Sometimes those tracks get long, though, man. When you know, sometimes they get long. It looks good.
Yeah, it's got really cool artwork. I don't think there's
does
really
he
too many guest appearances or anything, but
does it get jungly? Does it get dancey. I know they get some dance going, man. Some of those old Jungle Brothers tracks are pretty housey jungle style music.
Yeah, I gave this,
Excuse me.
a good, almost full listen, and it didn't get too dancey for me. So I was happy with the level of hip hop that was coming across the headphones. Definitely check that one out. I'll put a link to that in the comments. I'm gonna give it a three barbells, straight up three.
Three dumbbells? 3 out of 5 dumbbells?
3 out of 5.
Did you listen to the Count Bass?
I listened to the Count Bass a little bit, 1 or 2 tracks, not enough to
What
really
about
speak.
how about that Tanya Morgan?
The Tanya Morgan I liked. I haven't gotten into it too deep yet, but from what I heard, I liked it. I think it's only 5 tracks. Beats were
This
nice.
is
Heard a couple
this
lines
is
I
something
liked.
I forgot to. This is something I kind of regret to bring up. But there's a track out there. Listen to Raz Cass Quarantine.
Yeah.
It's a quarantine track, We're talking
New one?
quarantines here.
Is
Yeah,
it new then, or is it?
it came out last week, I think.
All right.
So
Okay.
give that a shot. We'll talk about that. I want to listen to this Jungle Brothers, and maybe we can talk about that next week just a little bit. Um, maybe I'll give that Count Bass D another listen. Maybe if you have the time in your life to give that one a listen, we could maybe do a quick, discuss on that. I have a
I
few thoughts about it, but I'll keep them to myself for now.
I'll
That
give it a
that
shot. I did do that.
Tanya
I did
Morgan was
do.
definitely a heavy quarantine talk too. That's a quarantine album.
Yeah. I gave
I
that
don't want to
five
hear
Ds a
too
good
many
listen too.
quarantines. The 5Ds,
Five,
yeah.
5 Ds you sent me, slow children playing. That's great. I don't think I've
That's
ever
got
listened to that before.
that's got that sample we were speaking of, doesn't it?
What track was it?
Oh, okay. So I sent you the whole album.
I
Let me
think
see.
so.
Let me look this up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
While you're
I've been listening to a lot of Ohio-based hip hop. Always my favorite. Asher Rue and Blue Black. 5Ds, Fat John, 3582. That direction, more Cincinnati, south of Columbus even. That's where I'm keeping it. I'm going to move my way up. I'm going to move my way up.
I'll be
D's.
right back.
D's. Boom. Yeah, so the 5Ds. Cool Motor album is what I was listening to. Good stuff. Also was listening to the Sunny Days is the album, I believe it's called, Burger. Sunny Day. Sunny Day.
I'll give that a listen.
Hey yo, this is the Sonic Fat Nigga Jericho, 5D shit, you don't know.
There it is.
Check it out.
What beat is that again?
That's that the DJ Premier Das Effects real hip hop beat.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
sample
yeah,
from
yeah.
with Norman Connors, which it was Norman Connors I spoke of last week.
Got it.
The Norman Connors song is called Connors. Bump, boom, bump. You are my starship. That's maybe not. I don't know.
Well, Just, we got some exciting
Yeah,
exciting events next week, right? We're gonna do a DJ battle, brother to brother battle.
yeah, we can do that.
Tw-
Let's do that.
12. You're gonna pick 12 of your favorite albums, and I'm gonna pick 12 of my favorite
Favorite
albums.
tracks, yeah. Tracks,
Favorite
right?
tracks. We'll do back to back, and we will do not full songs. We'll do a verse and a chorus, and then stop it. And either you can go straight in, or you can do a little commentary. And we'll see. We'll figure out the exact format, but that'll be it. That'll be it. We'll just do a little mixtape, and then we'll compile the
Yeah,
tracks. Maybe we can put together playlist for the folks that might want to check them out.
Word up, word up. Last thing is I'll get off. We'll end this. A lot of this internet going on because of this lockdown that we're in. So there's been a lot of battles. It started with this RZA Premier battle, and over the last week I heard there was a Babyface and Jimmy Jam Lewis or something. Did you watch that?
No, what is that? I can picture them in their robes, like sitting in a bathtub or something, playing some slow
You know
jam.
what? All I saw, I think they had some audio problems real quick off the jump, and that kind of made the meme circuit. But I don't know. There was a drummer. I saw a drummer in the hallway behind one of the guys. I don't know who these dudes are. I know it's Babyface and Teddy Riley, maybe.
Teddy Riley sounds about right.
Which, by the way, is I think R.A. the Rugged Man's favorite producer.
That's
mentioned that. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a true story though. But
favorite producer pick from a guy like Rugged Man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what he's all responsible for, but I didn't have no interest in it. And then I guess they might have picked it up last night. So people were talking a little bit about it this morning. But to be honest with you, man, I don't have no interest in checking out any sort of battle online and on Zoom or YouTube or whatever. I'm down to play this game, but
I'd be hyped to see another one like, if it was Premier versus Premier
Dr.
versus
Dre?
Sure,
Well,
Dr. Dre
people always say Premier and Dr. Dre are like the top two contenders for greatest.
Well, I was thinking actually I meant Pete Rock. If it was like Pete Rock versus like I don't know, someone like Pete Rock, Ninth Wonder, or the Beat Miners versus Pete Rock. A tag team versus a solo artist or something, that would be kind of dope.
I have seen people putting their little wish lists of verses up, and that's kind of cool. I'd kind of like to see something happen one day. Maybe take that on tour. Get some DJs to go do little half-hour sets or something against each other for a night. That'd be fun. Get the party people out there dancing. But in the meantime, we might just have to be doing it with this shitty ass audio online, man, because we might never have a chance to go to a concert again,
I prefer them online.
I'm really selling into this lifestyle.
Especially if they keep them free. If they keep them free, these concerts for free, I'm all about it. I hate paying too much to go to a goddamn concert. Pay to park, wait until freaking midnight before the band starts.
Yeah, that's played out, man. Timing. That's one thing I think concert hip hop specifically got wrong. Especially nowadays when kids ain't really into it. You gotta start a show on time, and shout out to all the promoters out there who can run a tight ship. So with that being said, that was episode 2 of season 2, Poundz on Soundz. We out.
Peace.
Peace.